Alright, I'm back. We're continuing. We're talking to Alphino here. This war of ours. Let me get my notepad out here. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Philamine. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what into what the word told us. As for you, Mercy, after all you have done, I would say you have earned a rest. You guys keep saying that, just keep going. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Mayhap I will, sir. Mayhap I will. I still have Foundation as my home point. Okay. And we can do quick teleport over to the Forgotten Night. Do 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 do. We're inside. We gotta talk to this Temple Knight guard to join Sir Emmerich's quarters or meeting room, war room. I do not know. Cutscene. Emmerich is reading something on a piece of paper.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present.
You inquire what's going on.
When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope.
Yeah, like, for sure. Yeah.
Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. "'Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
I didn't see what happened. He
It
might
has
have
not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard,
braced himself against the chair.
many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations, even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing.
Okay.
A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Your eyes kind of start to well up with tears for some reason at this. Maybe Menphelia on the mind, or those we've lost, or Shuffle. Okay. You leave his chamber, or the whatever it is, meeting room. Falcon's Nest. Falconry. Or I practice falconry. What, so like fulcrums, like angles, and or not angles, but I guess it's kind of angles, but it's more like, how would you describe a fulcrum? It's where two things meet. Oh wait, no, a fulcrum would be like if there's a pivot point, right, or rotation point. The fulcrum is that pivot or rotation point, I think. I don't know. Been a while. Something like that, though. It's only... Shit, hold on. 213? No, let's do it cheaper. Always do it cheaper. Well, not always. If it's not super fast at all to do it cheaper, don't do it cheaper. Well, even then. But, like, 1,337,000 gil, I'm pretty sure I'm alright to take, you know, the fast way if it costs more. And 213 gil wasn't a lot, but I chose to take my Chocobo Porter. Got to keep the economy alive, you know? Alright. We're back from outer space in the way that, like, outer space is kind of like the flight path. Speaking with Lucia, whatever, cutscene. The Lord Commander said you would come, Mercy. You explain or talk to her. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are? Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I will not keep you. This war of ours is done. And I need to stop browsing Reddit. Okay. Okay. Staunch Conviction is the next quest. Staunch. Yep. Conviction. Cool. Staunch is another word I don't have to spell very often. Like I'm a staunch supporter of this candidate. You know, whatever. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorel and Emmanuelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Duties. Wait. here is Redwald, the knight that has, run this keep. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Valkyr, and fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Yeah, that would suck, dude. We should probably not let that happen. Here's a lowborn youth. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it, by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. And here's Roth, who I think we've talked to before. I don't remember him that well, though. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all of them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. I meant to mount, and I got my quest log. Here's Artorel. Atwarel. However you pronounce it in French. I can't. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am, laboring to make it so. You smile and nod, and then get distracted when Lucia comes up. Lord Artorel, if I may. Certainly, Verse Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Sir Emmerich's commands? If they dare attack Vidofnir? It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a lord of House Fortom present. Fortoms, whatever. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Manalaine while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that might be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. And they walk off. Staunch conviction is complete. And Manalaine is the source of our next quest. Once more a favor. God, like, all of these story quests have not budged the Red Mage level. It's so sad how few experience points you get for all these things. Or how many experience points you need for the next level. I need a total of 1,387,000 and these give like 5,000 each. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see. Artorial thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls mostly kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guest to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet, that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right there. Those are the points our scouts... Right. Okay. Right. There. Those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come, Honorroyd. I must return to my rounds. Oh dear, do be careful, my lady, says Honorroyd before running off after Manalaine. And we on Manalane's request, are going to take care of some wolves. Sorry. Okay. Let's take care of some wolves. Take them out in no time. Not like really no time, that was 3 spells. I mean, 1 was my cooldown, like 30-second cooldown, very good damage thing, but... Hop on our flying black Chocobo mount. The last mount was the dragon, I think it was, No, I don't need to do that. 2 of the wolves are down, and the alpha wolf is still up, and he's down. This has been a waste of time. They are no threat to anyone. Back to Manalayan. Mercy Valkyr, Wolf's Bane. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds, that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Gosh, I ordered a new mouse. It's only 20 bucks. I'm hoping it's good though, but like it got really good. It had like 26,000 reviews on Amazon, and they were all like, it averaged out to like a 4.6 or something like that. So I'm pretty certain it's gonna be good. But okay, here's Thancred at one of our like encampments. I think east of one of our encampments, but. This is also, I think, where we met for one of the Dragoon quests? I'm not sure. Fancy meeting you here, Mercy. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. And me, I suppose. Let's return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. I got hiccups all of a sudden. I feel like the legs on this chair. I don't know. Okay, we're back to Amanda Lane. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. We'll take a max, well, ether maybe? Mana isn't really an issue. I'll take the potion, max potion. Alright. How about the next one? For those we have lost. Hold on. Okay. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Our toil wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go ahead, Mercy. I will join you anon, says Thancred. Now we have a cutscene. You are walking into what one would assume is the makeshift barracks, meadery, whatever. Some dude's laying on the ground being tended to, but there's like a long table with some people having a good conversation.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay. Never experienced this before. I say that a lot, but it's also true a lot.
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
You take a swig.
Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Suspicious, maybe. you get a little bit of a headache, but not the Heidelin kind. And your vision goes dark.
You were right, my lover. You look tired.
My lover?
Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
Uh-oh. You...
After all you've done, I'd say you're dead.
Uh-oh. You bitch. You fall to the ground.
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
Huh. You blink. You try to stay awake, and everything goes dark.
This was never your fight.
Okay then. All right. We have this kind of like dream vision right now. Falcon's Rest. We see the bar maiden, the server lady, at what appears to be a grave site. There's an old lady crying next to her over another grave. An old man as well. Their son, their daughter maybe.
My son.
Yep.
They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin. All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Falcon's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
And then our vision of the past fades into darkness.
Hey! This is no time for napping.
Thank you, Thancred. I didn't mean to.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
People seem to be like just dropping, just falling down, and that maid that served you, or the bartenders or whatever.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Oh, do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
She's standing atop a parapet, is my best word for it.
Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
Elaine is shocked and...
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
Oh, don't try to shoot her. No, that's bad. That makes her a martyr. Fuck, dude. That's a bad idea. He hits her with an arrow in the bicep.
See? See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen. You will take no more from me. No more. No more.
Brother, she sounds kind of old based on the voice actor, but she seems to be like early 20s at the freaking oldest, so just, and, you know, comely. Oh shit, what? Another arrow? Oh, that's in her midsection. That hits her in the stomach. She falls to her knees and then falls to her back. The same knight shot her twice.
What have you done?
Followed your command, sorta.
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Yeah. Elaine looks kind of around, panicked.
I gave no such order! I did not! I never meant for anyone to...
He starts to take steps back as the crowd looks at him. Oh gosh. I miss... That was freaking weird. Okay. I tried to type the word video, like I have swipe on my keyboard, and I tried to do video and it came out as buddy. So I was telling somebody I was playing a game and making a buddy. That's funny. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Artoyril are not here to take control of the situation, says Thancred. I spoke with the messenger, who said they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done, and Lord Elaine has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. We will try that. Up on top here is a spirited stone cutter. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Here's, Josselou, Josselous, Josselou, I don't know, sure. Is a knight. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Highborn merchant. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The chirurgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? And then our quest turn in is this direction. Thancred. Kind of off to like one side of this big old area. Well, what say you? You explain what happened? So, the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? For those we have lost is complete. This video is complete because it's long. I might take a little bit of a break, but I might be back. So we'll see ya eventually. Bye.